Some of our people are so out of touch with reality, it's not even funny. I see your comments. You who want to take the land from the private sector. You'll make your own brands to replace Western companies that will abandon South Africa under the EFF. Really? Really? Tell me, why haven't you made your own brands until now? What are you waiting for? Why have you not started supporting the already existing African brands with the same vigor you support Western brands? What are you waiting for? Why hasn't Zimbabwe made its own brands up to now? Zimbabwe still wants those Nikes, it still wants those Mercedes cars. When I say those companies will leave, some of your responses are so misinformed you don't even realize what that means. You think I'm only talking from the point of view of being a consumer. Those brands don't just get consumed, they employ people, millions of people. They pay taxes, trillions in taxes. So that's millions of jobs lost by us, our brothers and sisters, trillions in taxes lost by our government. With no jobs, there won't be taxes to fund the government, hence salaries for government employees won't get paid. These social grant payments will not happen, and if they happen, the money will be worthless. If you think there's corruption now, wait until the economy tanks. Then you'll know true corruption. You'll create your own brands with what? Manufacture with what? Farm with what? You need machinery. Do you make machinery? No. So you need to buy machinery, but your currency will be worthless. Where will you get the money when your own money is worthless? Black South Africans will start to look for work in foreign countries too, like how we're seeing Zimbabweans looking for work here. You'll go to Australia, UK, and America, following the same white people you chased away from Africa, to be employed by them in their competent countries, just like Zimbabwe, just like Cuba. We will start to rely on people to send money from overseas. Just look at the other countries that have tried this EFF trick of yours, and you'll see that it is not going so well. Russia tried it and it doesn't do it anymore. Putin removed those silly policies in 2001. Foreign companies own land there now. We will be like China, someone says. China has skills. What skills do you have? The Chinese are productive and highly skilled. They don't focus on farming, they focus on skill development. Most of the machinery we use in South Africa, we import. As Black South Africans, we have destroyed Eskom and are struggling to fix Eskom right now. We have destroyed the post office, Transnet, public hospitals. We have destroyed government buildings and just abandoned them. We have failed SAA. And you think that owning land will somehow suddenly make you create companies to replace Apple, McDonald's, Microsoft, Amazon, Netflix, Ford? Really? Really? So all of a sudden you'll be competent. All of a sudden you'll be responsible. Black excellency. You think there's a drug and crime problem in this country now? Wait until there are no more jobs. Don't take my word for it. Do your research on EFF's policies. The rubbish that has been tried in several countries like Cuba, Venezuela, Zimbabwe, it just doesn't work. Personally, I hate the ANC and what they've done to this country, but the EFF is far worse. It's easy to destroy. It's easy to talk and say you can do better, but let's do better now. It is possible to fix South Africa now. Let's fix it now. You think the solution to all our problems is just land? There isn't even enough land to give to all the Black people. Have you looked into it? Agricultural land in South Africa is around 44 million hectares, and that is used for commercial farming. Only 7.6 million hectares are used for farming crops. Most of the agricultural land is only suitable for grazing. The population of Black South Africans is 49 million. How are we going to share 44 million hectares of land? That is 0.8 hectares of land per farm. Do you see what that is? It's subsistence farming. Malema wants us to do subsistence farming on tiny little plots, almost the size of a football field. To make matters worse, the NC government already owns 6 100,000 farms that are currently failing, farms that are not producing, they are barely producing, they're not even employing the number of people that the farms have capacity to employ. The reason why farmers are able to feed nations is because of the economies of scale. The bigger the scale, the cheaper the production, hence the more you can produce. I know that there are Black people who know these things. There are Black people who are educated in economics. Why are you keeping quiet when fools are about to take our country into chaos? The economy is a complex machine, and Malema, who has never had a job, who has never run a successful business, is telling us that he can create a paradise for South Africa. A man who has survived through donations, owed millions in taxes. No one wonders where he's getting all this money from. He has lost a farm and a mansion because they had been purchased with proceeds of corruption and money laundering. You guys, you just don't care. You're just going to take in everything that he's saying and don't care about his record. Are you guys even paying attention to yourselves?